Okay, so thank you for joining us for the info session for the North Carolina Fellows Program. We are currently intaking students for the class of 2027 cohort, and we are excited to be able to share what the program's about and how you can get involved. So what will you find in this presentation? First, we'll have an overview of the NC Fellows Program. We'll transition into the application and selection process and the 2023-24 timeline for the selection of the 2027 cohort. We'll give some application tips and transition into some frequently asked questions. All right. So first, a little bit of background about student life and leadership. The NC Fellows Program is housed within the Office of Student Life and Leadership at UNC, and we are geographically or physically in the Carolina Union, and can be found on social media and throughout lots of engagements here at the university. Give me just a second because our slides seem to be missing something. Okay. Okay. I guess I'll make this small because I don't know why the slides are missing those, but our leadership philosophy at UNC, we believe leadership is a learned process that results in service-directed change. It's personal to each individual and is an authentic practice of one's values. We believe that leadership never happens alone and therefore requires inclusivity and respect for the community it serves. We believe individuals who practice this philosophy of leadership are leaders and therefore are not tied to position, but rather committed to the process of self-discovery. Leaders develop resilience in their effort to create a positive impact and show gratitude to those who serve alongside them. This is the philosophy that Student Life and Leadership operates by, and the one that informs the NC Fellows program. So all about NC Fellows. We were founded in 1967, so we are in our 56th year of the program. And we are a 3-year leadership development program. Students apply in the fall, like you will be doing, and are interviewed and selected in the spring and officially begin their program as sophomores. Our mission statement is that we aim to engage our members in collaborative and intentional conversations about leadership to enable personal growth from diverse perspectives and maximize impact within communities. Here you'll see some learning outcomes from the program that we intend to achieve. They closely mirror what you heard from our mission statement and the leadership philosophy, and we're excited to be able to achieve those through multiple engagements where I'll describe to you now. The program components include the annual retreat, monthly meetings, the sophomore course, junior course, senior course, end of year banquet, as well as additional opportunities for fellows to engage, including alumni mentorship and receiving summer funding. So about our annual retreat. NC Fellows engages in an annual retreat beginning of the sophomore year. And this is an opportunity for new members of the program to engage with members of all cohorts of the program. And this is a space for fellows to set the tone for the rest of the year, build community, and outline expectations for both themselves and the program at large. This is a required component of the program, and scheduling for this is communicated in the year prior. The summer, before summer. All right, going into monthly meetings. So woven throughout all 3 years of the NC Fellows program are monthly meetings. what those meetings look like vary from month to month. It's sometimes we have speaker series of professors, sometimes workshops, sometimes a space for fellows to engage in meaningful conversation, sometimes to study, and generally to come together as a community. This is a large part of the external or non-curricular skill building in the program. As an outline of expectations, students in the program, in order to remain eligible for status of program benefits, are expected to attend 2 out of 3 monthly meetings per semester. All right, now heading into the sophomore course, this Education 309, Foundations in Leadership, is focused around creating student learning for individual values and developing a consciousness of self. You'll see the course description, and particularly of note for this course, it is a 3 credit hour course, and all students are required to take this course to remain active in the program. The scheduling for this is communicated upon acceptance into the program. Going to the junior engagement, this course, Education 318, Peer Leadership, occurs in the spring of your junior year, which will be spring 2026 for this incoming cohort. And this really focuses on applying leadership or relationship building skills to community service. You'll see the course description. And of particular note here is that the course can count towards the student requirements for service learning in the Buckley Public Service Scholars Program. So that's a real benefit to that. Finally, Education 317, the senior capstone, is titled Dynamics of Effective Leadership. This is a program focused on learning community values and consciousness of context. So this will allow students to not only reflect on their progress throughout the program, but also be able to apply those leadership skills in their relevant post-grad plans. The end of year banquet, which concludes each year, celebrates the year coming to the end, recognizes graduating seniors, and also recognizes students with exceptional engagement throughout the year in the program. This is also one of the first events that our incoming class is invited to attend the banquet as they transition into the program. And notable alumni will also be there to offer students opportunities to share their stories, create strong networking relationships, and give them a head start in their summer and postgraduate plans. Finally, additional opportunities in the program include alumni mentorship. As I mentioned, the NC Fellows program has a robust 56-year history, and we have lots of high-achieving alumni in every career sector. So we have multiple ways for students to engage with these alumni in career and personal mentorship, some cool internship opportunities that come every year. And as we have such a large alumni base, you're able to connect with people who are recent grads of the program, as well as well-experienced grads of the program, to get multiple perspectives. Secondly, we have summer funding. So the NC Fellows Summer Enrichment Fund is a fund that allows students with demonstrated need, and this is demonstrated through an annual application, happens in the March of each year, to receive money for travel, logistics, or other well-being when engaging in career or service-related pursuits in the summer between their program years. The amount of this funding varies per your request, and we are able to confirm whether you receive the funding or not within a few weeks of your application. All right, going into the application and selection process of this year, I'll let Haley take that over.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Haley again. So specifically with the application process, it's completed through a 2-step process. First, we have the written application portion, and we also have an interview portion. For the written application specifically, this is the application that is currently open and it is due January 15th. There's a form on Heal Life that contains this application. You can find it by either going to the NC Fellows Program Heal Life page, and then it's under the form section, or it's also hyperlinked in our link tree that's in our Instagram bio. The application just consists of 4 short answer questions, and these can be answered either in the text box provided with a Word doc or in a video format if you feel as though you can convey your responses better through video. It also consists of, the application process also consists of an interview portion. Selected applicants will be asked to return for an interview day on February 10th. These interviews take place with current members of the program, and this interview just allows us to kind of get to know applicants on a face-to-face basis. This is an invite-only portion of the application process, so only selected applicants will be picked from the written interview portion or the written application portion, and they'll then return for the interview portion. And then final selections will be made shortly after the interview day, and applicants will be notified about acceptance into the NC Fellows program.
Awesome. So now we'll let Punishri describe some of our application tips.
All right. Hi, guys. So as Nikia said, my name is Manishri, but really the main purposes and the main things we want to see conveyed in your application is authenticity. And we really do want to know who you are, and we're invested in your experiences and the learnings that you have had here at UNC in whatever shape or form they may take and look like. So please don't feel obligated to look for an answer that you think is correct or right. One, because there isn't one, and 2, because we want to learn about you, and whatever experiences you have are the ones we want to hear about. And so, you know, don't be afraid to be authentic and vulnerable, because we love to hear that. And then secondly, we want reflection. So apart from not only telling us like what you've experienced, we really do want to know how it has impacted your growth, if it has, you know, changed the way you view things, or if it has impacted the way you view things, and how it has helped you kind of grow and become into the person that you are now. So feel free to share as much as you would like, but the more that you share, the better we get to know you. And finally, just from a more logistical perspective, do not be afraid to use the Writing and Learning Center. If anything, we encourage it. They're a fantastic resource, not only for this application, but just as a resource at UNC. If you don't have the time / don't feel comfortable going in for an in-person appointment, you can also just send them a draft. So we highly encourage everyone to be getting feedback and criticism, and letting your drafts go through multiple rounds of editing. But apart from that, we just really want to get to know who you are in this application. So as long as you give us opportunity to do so, we're very, very excited to learn about you all.
Thank you. Now, before we go into Q&A, I just wanted to cover a couple of frequently asked questions that we get, just to give you an idea. So firstly, one of the ones that we all often get is, do I have to pay anything to be in the program? So that's a big no. The NC Fellows program and all associated experiences are funded through the NC Fellows program endowment. So that includes the retreats that you were talking about, any food that's provided at the monthly meetings, any networking events, all of those are included as part of the program. That's why the program is very selective, and we want to make sure that we're creating good experiences for the students, and we want to make sure that you are engaged. So keeping that in mind, please know that since program activities are funded through the endowment, we do expect that you make a commitment to the program and stay engaged all 3 years. Secondly, can I study abroad while in the program? What if I miss one of the courses? So specifically Education 309, the sophomore seminar course, is not an optional course because it's foundational to the program. We'll work with you to keep your engagement if you have to absolutely miss Education 317 or 318 due to study abroad, but please communicate that early. We'll be able to give you alternative engagement, see if a virtual format works while you're abroad, or see where we can go from there. Finally, what resume relevant skills do I get from the program? There's a lot and too many to count, but some that we've recognized here are clear communication, networking up, controversy with civility, creating action from intention, value-based leadership practice, and relationship building. These are just a few of the meaningful soft skills that our alumni have shared have been very valuable from the program in their respective careers. Now that we're done with frequently asked questions, and that's the end of the informational part of our session, I'll stop recording and we'll go into the Q&A.